On this somber September day 24 years ago, we remember the tragic events that occurred in New York, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C. Good evening, everyone. Derek Diesner here with you, coming to you live from El Mirage, Arizona, as we get you set for the Dysart Demons hosting the number 4 Valley Christian Trojans. And while it's a somber day, we end the day with a football game that will hopefully put a smile on some of our faces here this evening. At this time, we are going to pause for the playing of our national anthem. A great job by the Dysart Band performing tonight's national anthem, and a thank you to the Junior ROTC here at Dysart for presenting the colors prior to tonight's kickoff. We've got a big one for you here tonight, folks. The 14th ranked Dysart Demons come into tonight 1-2 on the year, as they host from Chandler, Arizona, the 4th ranked Valley Christian Trojans, who come in tonight with a perfect 3-0 record. Valley Christian is led by head coach Jake Peterson. Your Dysart Demons are led by head coach John Ganados. And before we get underway here this evening, want to give a special shout out to one of our special listeners at home, that being John Ganados Sr. Coach Ganados was a star and part of the 1969 state basketball championship team here at Dysart. He held the record for points in a game, 36 points, for 15 years. So a big good evening to John Ganados Sr. We hope you'll enjoy tonight's broadcast. The Dysart Demons tonight, in their home black tops and black bottoms, red letters and numbers with white trim, the red demon on the helmets. Valley Christian in their road white tops and gray bottoms, letters and numbers are in blue. Again, Valley Christian 3-0 on the year. Dysart 1-2, and let's see how we got there. Valley Christian started off the season with a close win at home, defeating Sabino 18-14. That's one of the common opponents between these two this year. They then hit the road to Sholo, where they won a low-scoring affair by a final of 6-0. And they're coming off a victory last weekend back at home against Blue Ridge, where they came out on top 38-24. On the other side of things, let's look at Dysart, who's playing a little short-handed to begin the year. A lot of transfers that are ineligible for the first handful of games here this season. In week 1, Dysart traveled to Benjamin Franklin on the road, and Benjamin Franklin ranked pretty high, defeated the Dysart Demons by a final of 49-10. But then Dysart got some home cooking. They came home to face Santan Foothills and won 40-0. And then last week, that one common opponent between these two squads, Sabino, Dysart made the trip down to Tucson and left with a loss. 38-24 was the final in that contest. And you look at the opponents that Dysart has faced this year. They're facing Valley Christian, who's ranked number 4 right now in 3A. They've already faced 5th-ranked Benjamin Franklin, 6th-ranked Sabino, and 20th-ranked Santan Foothills. So they're looking for their first top 10 victory here this season, but pretty impressive fight shown by this Dysart squad. Again, playing short-handed, just trying to get through these next 2 games because on September 26, when the team travels across the valley over to Chandler to face Seton Catholic, look out because Dysart will be fully loaded. And right now, one of the keys that Coach Ganados is saying is just ride the storm out. It's all coming together, and you're seeing it each week. Dysart's getting a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger. They're really starting to catch their groove, and before you know it, they'll be in full gear and then adding on more weapons to the arsenal. So look out. This Dysart team is climbing, and even though they are 1-2 overall this year, they still have moved up in the rankings, and that's because Coach Ganados, he's not afraid. He went out and scheduled a tough schedule this year. He didn't want an easy cupcake schedule because then your record doesn't really match who you are. He wanted to test his team and test them early because it's games like this that are going to prepare you for the postseason. Coach Ganados, well aware of that, pleased with what he's seen out of his team thus far, and excited for the rest of this season. When I was talking to Coach Ganados earlier this week, I asked him, give me some background on this Valley Christian squad and some things to look out for. This team is great at executing their game plan. They have a good QB who will try and establish the run. Their D-line, Dysart's D-line, will be tested by this offense of Valley Christian. And one of the keys is just compete and come out of this game healthy. And while you'll see a heavy dose of the running back for Valley Christian, who we'll talk about here shortly, Coach Ganados said the running back he saw last week at Sabino, best running back he has seen in his high school coaching career. So he's not afraid of the test ahead from the Trojans. Dysart's going to start with the ball here in this game. Ball will get teed up at the 40-yard line. Dysart's going to move from right to left on your TV screens here this evening. And teeing the ball up at the 40 is the sophomore Noah Daniels. Daniels has a pretty strong leg, and we'll see it tested here off the bat. Dysart's ready. Valley Christian's ready. And we are underway from El Mirage, Arizona. This ball's going to take a bounce at the 24-yard line, scampering to get to it, and doing so at the 16-yard line is the Demons, and falling on that ball was Riley James. That'll set up a 1st and 10 for the Dysart Demon offense. Just 1 second off of the clock for Dysart. They're going to spot this ball just south of the 16-yard line, and away we go. Dysart undefeated at home. That one win this year came back in week 2 against Santan Foothills. We'll see if they can keep that perfect slate going and have some more home cooking. Josiah Laybourne out of the gun for the Demons. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Man goes in motion. He'll dump it over to Javon Christmas, who makes the grab and is wrestled out of bounds. A late tackle, but no penalty called. He'll be spotted at the 21-yard line. So a 5-yard gain sets up 2nd down and 5 for the Demons on a nice little pitch out to Javon Christmas. You know, with this Dysart offense, you're going to get a heavy dose of Donovan Hinchy and Javon Christmas. And we saw Christmas snag one to begin this game. Coming into tonight, Christmas had 5 receptions for 32 yards. Just made his 6th grab of the year. Laybourne out of the gun, Christmas to his left. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Laybourne out of the gun. He's going to tuck it and run with it on a designed run, and he'll pick up a couple, setting up a 3rd and short, about 2.5 yards for the Demons to get another first down. Laybourne goes over to the sideline, gets the call from the head coach, and back into the huddle he goes. The ball will be on the hash mark to the near side. Laybourne again out of the gun. Receiver split out to each side. Christmas up on the line. The give is to the tailback. That's Bobby Franco. Franco around the corner has the first down and a couple extra yards, and the Dysart Demons moving the chains. 1st and 10 for Dysart. Ball at the 28-yard line. Good trickery by the Demons. They know most teams' game plan for Hinchy and Christmas. So on a 3rd and short, why not switch it up and bring in the senior fullback, Bobby Franco, to pick up the first down. 1st and 10 from the 28. Laybourne out of the gun. Work out of the I formation. Man in motions, Javon Christmas coming to the near side. They're going to give it to the tailback. That's Donovan Hinchy. Hinchy working around the corner, still on his feet, right up against that sideline, and they'll spot him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That's good for another Demon first down. A little risky by Hinchy as he caught the corner, was able to speed by the defense, but something you don't normally see. He was holding that ball closer to the defender, not the boundary line. You don't want to give the defense a chance to knock that ball loose. Got to move that ball over. Penalty called against the Demons, so walk that first down back. And Dysart with their first mistake of the evening. We saw a lot of penalties in that first home game this season against Santan Foothills. Dysart going to have the ball just north of the 12-yard line. So 1st and forever for the Demons. Laybourne out of the gun. Receiver split out to each side. They're going to give it to Franco, who trudges forward for a couple. Second and long for the Demons. They're having their way right now with this Valley Christian defense, just being able to move the ball on the ground. And after this 2nd and 23 play, we'll go over some of the keys to the game from head coach John Ganatos. The gun is Laybourne. Hinchy in motion. They'll give it to him on the end around. Hinchy's got the corner and some. He's free. Nobody in front of him. He's to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Demons. And just like that, Dysart strikes for 6. Not even 3 minutes into the contest. What a play by the Dysart Demon offense. And that will bring out Rodolfo Ravelis to attempt the PAT and make it a 7-0 lead for Dysart. The kick is up, and it is good, and Dysart leads Valley Christian 7-0, 9:16 to go in this first quarter of play. We'll take a break and be right back right after this.
All right, guys, it's Coach Uriah, and I am here to introduce you guys to our 2025-2026 Fall Sports Cheer. Woo, 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 woo.
Our first chant is sack that quarterback.
Defense attack! Sack that quarterback!
The next chant is DHS Red and Black.
That's our fan, it's up to you! Stand up, here's what to do! Yell DHS! DHS! Yell red and black! Red and black! DHS! Red and black!
DHS, the next chant is let me hear them hands clap.
DHS! Let me hear them hands clap! We rep that red and black, make them hands clap! DHS! Let me see them hands clap! We rep that red and black, make them hands clap!
Our next chant is March of the Demons.
Demons marching on retreat, feel the fire, feel the heat. Offense rolling, can't be stopped. Every time, we're on top.
I don't know what you've been told,
I don't know what you've been told,
but we rep that red and black.
but we rep that red and black.
I don't know what you've been told,
I don't know what you've been told.
red and black is all we know.
Red and black is all we know.
D
D
H
H
S
S
D
H S.
Great job by our Pitchfork Productions team. So if you're coming out to a Dysart game, make sure to remember those cheers. Great job by our crew there. Well, the kickoff went out of bounds, so Valley Christian will set up shop at the 35-yard line. And they are led by quarterback Austin Shooter. And the opening give will be to their tailback. That's Noah Gonzalez, who gets around to the 41-yard line, it looks like. Sets up second and manageable. Check that it was Caleb Goldman. We'll be calling his name a lot tonight. On 2nd and 5 from the 42. Dysart with the early 7-0 lead. Trojans on their first offensive possession of the evening here. Second and short. They're going to go up top with it. Great defensive coverage. Asher Hansel was trying to get free, but great coverage there by Elijah Taylor. Hansel's going to be one to watch out for. He is their leading wide receiver. And Dysart will be shadowing him all night.
Yeah, like go towards where the other team is. The white team, once it gets set.
Coming over to the sideline for the Demons is Bobby Franco checking in. They'll have a sub come in for him as he'll get looked at after that last play. Looks like his arm may have gotten a little cut up. Third down and about 4. They'll give it over to Goldman. Goldman bursts through a hole and picks up the first down and some as he moves the ball into Dysart Demon territory. While talking with head coach John Ganados earlier this week, these were his keys to the game. He was saying that, number one, they have to contain the running back. And as you've heard, we've called Caleb Goldman's number a few times already. They have to force throws, put pressure on quarterback Austin Shooter. We saw that early on, almost threw an interception on the good coverage. Dysart must execute on offense. This Valley Christian team is very beatable. They're well coached and solid, but there's no reason Dysart can't come away with a win here this evening. And around to Asher Hansel, and he'll be dumped at about the 40-yard line. Shooter under center this season coming into today was 19 of 33 for 207 yards. He's thrown 2 touchdowns as well as 2 interceptions, and he has 3 fumbles on the year, so he can be a little careless with the ball. 5 turnovers in just 3 games. Not the best look. Shooter out of the gun. Empty set. And he overthrows Asher Hansel out of bounds. That'll bring up 3rd and about 6. Hansel is the go-to receiver coming into tonight. Team lead with 9 receptions for 155 yards and 2 scores. And then as we talked about, running back Caleb Goldman, he is the star on this team, the senior coming into tonight. 57 carries, 530 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He has rushed for over 100 yards in all 3 games this season for Valley Christian. On 3rd and 6, they'll give it to Goldman. Spin move, juke, and he is tackled. A great open field tackle made, and that will bring up a 4th and short. I am sure the Trojans will go for it here on 4th and 1. We'll see what the Demon defense draws up on this 4th and short. Everybody knows they're going to try and put it in the hands of Caleb Goldman. But watch out for Shooter. He'll keep it, and the offensive line just pushes. However, there is a false start called up on the offense, and 4th and 1 now goes to 4th and 6. Now Valley Christian head coach Jake Peterson's got some thinking to do. He still has the offense out there. But now this might go to what Coach Ganados was saying, force them to throw, put the pressure on quarterback Austin Shooter. Are you going to put it in the hands of Goldman, hoping he can get 6 yards, or is Shooter going to throw? He's got a receiver up top, trips to the near side. Shooter drops back, throws across the middle. He's got his man. That's Asher Hansel. Makes the grab right at the boundary and scampers out of bounds for a 1st down. Be 1st and 10 from the 26 for Valley Christian as they set the chains. A lot of cushion right now against Asher Hansel. We'll see if that changes and if they really try to jam him. I know when speaking with head coach John Ganados, he talked about Christmas as well as Hinchy playing and shadowing him here this evening. Goldman picks up a couple, but another good job by the defensive line to make sure they stop him before he springs free. Goldman's quick, and he is elusive. He can stop on a dime. He's got a strong, stiff arm, and we've already seen him spin out of a few tackles in the early stages of this game. 5:15 to go in this first quarter of play. Dysart leads Valley Christian 7-0. Shooter out of the gun. Twins to the near side. He's got a man in motion to the top. He'll dump it down over to Goldman. Goldman going to cut across the middle of the field. Gets tripped up by the turf and falls at the 15, but that's good for another Trojan 1st down as we move under 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Shooter comes back to the huddle after getting the play call from the sideline. Shooter out of the gun, 2 receivers up top, 1 to the near side. Goldman flanked to his right. Dysart showing pressure. Delayed handoff to Goldman, and Goldman is tackled at about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up about 5, 2nd down and 5.
Justin move a few steps to
Right now, Valley Christian seems to be going to Goldman for 3 plays, then a pass over to Hansel on the 4th, and then back to Goldman for another 3. They'll work out of the gun here on 2nd and 5 from the 11. Goldman to the right. Delayed handoff again. He'll switch it to the left side of the field, going for the pylon. And did he get there? He did. And Goldman gets Valley Christian on the board, 7-6 with 3:45 to go in this first quarter of play. That is Goldman's 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Trojans are a PAT away from tying this game up at 7. Noah Daniels on to attempt the PAT. Daniels 2 for 2 on the year on PATs.
top of the post.
Snap a bit high, handled, kick is up. And it is good. We are all knotted at 7. 3:45 to go in this first quarter of play. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
I hope first years, I hope they get a sense of how a car works, different types of cars, and how to take care of their own car. As far as the upper levels go, I hope that they get some good hands-on experience within Automotive and within the club. We are going to try and get our car show, fall and spring car show off the ground this year. We weren't successful last year, but this year we're hoping to get that planned. So we have some of it planned already, and we just got to fine tune it and then set a date. First years in the classroom are going to be a lot of book work, a lot of studying online, learning the basics of cars, how to oil change, and then they'll come out to the shop and get their hands a little bit dirty. Upper levels, 3rd years, 2nd years, and 4th years, they're going to do a little bit more hands-on, a lot more hands-on, using what they learned their first year and put it into practice for the years to come, and just build on what they learn every year.
Welcome back to Dysart High School. Derek Diesner back with you. We're all tied up at 7 between Valley Christian and Dysart, and that break went just a smidge long, and we saw a kick get called back as they brought in wide receiver Colton Gauthier to kick off for the Trojans, and he did a little pooch kick straight up in the air, which actually the Trojans did recover. However, there was a penalty on the play, so they'll be forced to move it back 5, and now they'll kick it. And it's going to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line, so Dysart's going to have it 1st and 10 at the 40 following the penalty. Demons look good on their first offensive possession. We'll see what they can do here, led by sophomore quarterback Josiah Laybourne. I was talking with Coach Ganados about what he's seen out of the sophomore so far, and he's been impressed. He said Josiah's getting better each week, getting better game by game. Reminds him a lot of Isaiah Roman from last year. Just last week alone, Josiah Laybourne completed passes to 6 different receivers. Pretty impressive. 1st and 10, ball at the 42. Hinchy going to line up on the right side of Laybourne. And they're going to give it to Christmas. Christmas breaks a few tackles and gets dragged right up against the first down marker, and they're going to give it to him. 10-yard carry for Javon Christmas, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Demons in Trojan territory. When you line up Christmas and Hinchy in that backfield, it's pick your poison. Either way, defense going to have their work cut out for them, and a great job by the Dysart offense to move the chains. Inching the 3-minute mark to go in this first quarter of play. 7-7 our score. On 1st and 10 from the 48. Laybourne out of the gun, going to give it to Hinchy on the end around. Hinchy sheds a few tacklers, follows his blocker, and goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That'll set up 2nd down and about 3 for the Demons as they continue to move it deeper and deeper into Valley Christian territory. Demons in no rush as we're under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. On 2nd down and 3. Franco in the backfield, lined up to the left of Josiah Laybourne. Laybourne calls for it. Quick slings it out there to Christmas, who cuts right back down the center of the field, picks up the 1st down and some, tackled at the 35-yard line. He almost looks like Michael Vick did back in the Madden video games. He's so quick right now, the Valley Christian defense didn't know what hit him. Right up the gut, 1st and 10 from the 35. Laybourne out of the gun. Franco lined up in the I behind him. Bunch formation. Christmas lined up right behind the offensive line. They're going to give it to Franco. Franco going to work it to the far side of the field, and he takes a tackler with him as he is taken down 2 yards shy of that 1st down marker. A great game plan by the Dysart Demons. They knew how to attack this Valley Christian Trojan defense, and you see hands on the hips. They're tired out there. This Dysart offense, they're moving. They are in a groove right now. They know they've got Valley Christian on their tippy toes. And momentum is with the Demons. On 2nd and 3, spread formation. Laybourne going to tuck and run on a design keeper, and he picks up about a yard, setting up 3rd and 1. Inside the 30-yard line. 45 seconds to go. Dysart quickly on the ball. Is it the tush push? Let's see what they do here. They're pushing forward. And original spot looks like he's going to be just inches short of that 1st down marker, setting up 4th and inches. Clock continues to run, 20 seconds to go in this first quarter of play, and Dysart is going to be content with running this clock out and doing 4th and 1 to begin this second quarter of play. What a fast-paced action first quarter we were treated to between the 4th-ranked Valley Christian Trojans and 14th-ranked Dysart Demons. And after 1 quarter, it's 7-all. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
I am the digital photography or digital imaging teacher here. One of the benefits of my class for photo, really you learn a lot of life skills. You learn to be a good problem solver, especially as a photographer, because you have to solve a lot of problems in order to get your photo shoots done. You learn a lot about the digital world and a lot about technology as well, which is one of my favorite things. Usually by the end of my first year of Photo 1-2, I usually teach you guys to create your own website for your own photography, so you can actually start your own business if you really wanted to. You can learn a lot with composition and lighting. It's a good way to, step up your photo game.
We head to the second quarter here at Dysart High School with the Demons tied with the Valley Christian Trojans 7-all. Derek Diesner back with you, and it is 4th and inches. Ball spotted just outside the 26-yard line as Dysart flips field, and they're lined up. Laybourne under center, bunch formation. They're going to try to push the pile. Laybourne's pushed back, but spins and carries the defenders and picks up a 1st down. He never gave up, and Dysart's going to move the chains and keep the drive going. Dysart keeps this offensive possession going, tied up at 7 with 4th-ranked Valley Christian. And Dysart, this offense continues to attack the Valley Christian defensive line, and so far they are having their way with them. Coach Ganados must be pleased. 1st and 10 from the 22. Laybourne out of the gun. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 up top. Javon Christmas to the right of Laybourne. Laybourne, 2-step drop, slings it, and throws it short of his intended receiver to the left side of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Well, we forgot to mention this in that first quarter, but after that early touchdown by the Dysart Demons, that was their first score this season in the first quarter. They had been shut out this year in their first 3 games in that first quarter. They have scored 12 points in the second quarter, 8 in the third, but in the fourth quarter is when this Dysart Demon team has come to life. But a great early score to make a statement and get on the board early. Dysart's going to use a timeout just 55 seconds into this second quarter of play. We've got 11:05 to go until halftime. 7-7 our score. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back right after this.
I'm Michaela here with DSB with Noah Franco. How are you feeling about today?
Feeling really good. Hoping to medal. This is my first year in cross country, so I've just been trying to stay consistent, like running every day and just like training with my more experienced teammates.
Hi, I'm Dana here with DSV, and we are here with
Riker Yeager.
How did you feel about the race?
I felt pretty good. I felt like I finished strong. I got top 10, so I felt pretty good overall. I got a 19 flat, but today I got a 19.08. I like that it keeps me in shape. It always gets me up and ready. I just love this sport. I like running.
2nd down and 10 from the 22 for the Demons coming out of that timeout. Dysart, 2 timeouts remaining in this first half. Laybourne will work out of the gun, bunch formation. Laybourne going to sling it out to Javon Christmas. He sheds 1 tackler, gets tackled from behind after picking up maybe a yard. Looks like he was barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they are just going to say no loss on the play. So 3rd and 10 for the Demons. They're at the 22-yard line in Trojan territory. Bobby Franco going to come off the field for the Demons. Laybourne to work out of the gun. Again, they're going to go with a bunch formation. Javon Christmas in the backfield with Laybourne. Christmas now moves over to the left side of Laybourne. Laybourne calls for it. 2-step drop, and that ball is deflected. Brings up 4th down and 10 for Dysart. We'll see if they elect to go for it here, or if they're going to try for a long field goal. And it looks like they will look to kick it as Laybourne comes over to the sideline. And Rodolfo Ravelis will head on out to attempt the field goal with 10:04 on the clock. Ravelis has a strong leg. Coach Ganados has been impressed with the young man. He is 2 for 2, with 40-yarder being his longest. But this attempt is no good. And Valley Christian will set up shop, holding the Demons and keeping the score at 7-7 with 9:59 to go in this second quarter of play. Well, coming into tonight, you look at the stat comparison between these two, and Valley Christian currently ranked 4th, perfect 3-0. Dysart has played a tough schedule, all ranked teams. they still remain ranked at 14th overall in 3A. They are 1-2 overall. And when you look at the stat comparison, Valley Christian averaging about 220 rushing yards per game. Dysart, 199. So very close right there. Just about 20 yards difference. As the opening give will go to Goldman. He jukes a few defenders, still on his feet, cuts it outside and tripped up just shy of the 50-yard line. Check it, they'll spot it right at midfield. 1st and 10 for Valley Christian as they're off and running on this possession. But then you look, total yards per game, these two teams, again, very similar right there. Valley Christian, 288.7 yards a game. Dysart, 289.3, so pretty much the exact same. Caleb Goldman averaging almost 177 rushing yards a game. Javon Christmas about 107 rushing yards a game. And then from a passing standpoint, Dysart throws for about 20 more yards a game than this Valley Christian team does. They'll sling it out over to Goldman, and Goldman is tackled as he brings the ball into Dysart territory. That'll set up 2nd down and about 6. Chain gang was a little confused there. Make it 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun is Austin Shooter. Give it back to Goldman, who works the far side of the field. Goldman goes to that stiff arm, gets the ball right to the chain. And we'll see if they signal a 1st down or if it's going to be a 3rd and short. And it will be 3rd and 1. The Dysart defensive line has done a good job of holding their ground early on this evening. They're going to need a big stop here because we have had a heavy dose of Caleb Goldman on this possession. Shooter out of the gun. Goldman to his left. 2 receivers to the near side. Shooter's going to keep it. Slings it across the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Still on his feet. Moving inside. Still on his feet inside the 20. Tackled at the 15 is the big tight end, Caden Palmquist. Sophomore measures in at 6'3", 230. On the year, Palmquist had 5 grabs for 35 yards coming into tonight. He's going to see the stats go up after that big run after catch. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 17 for the Trojans. Well, we were talking about schedules earlier, and both of these squads have faced Sabino early in this season. Valley Christian defeated Sabino 18-14. Dysart had to go on the road to face Sabino and fell 38-24. Never an easy trip going all the way down to Tucson. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans, and we've got whistles before the snap. As they will have a delay of game against the Trojans. That'll back them up 5, 1st and 15. With the ball spotted at the 22. So Dysart catching a break there. That'll move the Trojans back a handful of yards. Shooter will work out of the gun. And they'll go right back to Goldman. Goldman's going to cut it back inside and takes it inside the 15-yard line. So picks up a couple extra yards past the original line of scrimmage. That'll set up 2nd down and 8 for Valley Christian. 6:20 to go in this first half of play. 7-7 our score. But Dysart, after missing the field goal, now will have to try and make a stop against Valley Christian. The give is to the tailback, pushing right up the gut and scoring is Caleb Goldman, the senior, now with his second touchdown of the game. And that takes his season total up to 9. And the score is now 7. Oh no, they're going to spot him just short. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. So a good stop by the Dysart Demons. But with their backs to the wall, they're going to need a big stop here. They're clogging the middle. Give it to the tight end who goes right up the gut for 6. That's Caden Palmquist. So he put together a nice drive for himself, and now the Trojans lead 13-7 with 5:21 to go in this first half of play. That is the 3rd carry of the year for Palmquist, but his first rushing touchdown of the year, and the first rushing touchdown for a Valley Christian player not named Caleb Goldman. And the PAT is blocked, so we will remain 13-7. Dysart down just 6 points with 5:21 to go in this second quarter of play. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Leona Taylor. I joined cheer because cheer has always had a special place in my heart ever since I was in 8th grade. I love motivating people and bringing a smile to people's faces and just being there to support my school and, you know, having fun. That's what sports and sportsmanship is all about. My favorite part about being in cheer is I love to come to games and, you know, watch the games and like scream and yell and, you know, motivate the team and have fun with my friends and do stunts. I love stunts. Yes, go Dysart!
And this ball will be returned from inside the 15-yard line. Dysart's going to start with it right around the 28-yard line as they trail for the first time this evening, 13-7, excuse me, here in this second quarter. 5:14 to go. And the Demons have done a good job on the ground game in this contest. And right now, I'd like to see that with just a little over 5 minutes to go in this first half. You don't want Valley Christian to get the ball back. Caleb Goldman has had his way early on in this game, and right now you just need that offense of Valley Christian to just sit over there for a bit. Opening give loses a few yards for the Dysart Demons. Javon Christmas on the opening carry. A little shaken up after the run, but looks to be fine. Will be 2nd down and 13. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Clock is running, 4:45 to go in this first half. It's been a fun start between these two top 15 teams. We still have a lot of football ahead of us. Laborin out of the gun, slings it near side to Hinchy. Hinchy sheds one defender, still on his feet. Jukes out another across the 50, still moving, and finally tripped up just shy of the 35-yard line. Cody Broke was able to grab him by his ankles and trip him up, but a big first down for the Dysart Demons. The clock is moving, and Dysart is in Valley Christian territory. On 1st and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. LeBorin out of the gun. Javon Christmas to his left. Two receivers up top, one to the near side. They got some movement, and flags will fly. A free 5 yards for Dysart. So the Demons able to take advantage of a Valley Christian mistake. And that's something Dysart's going to have to continue to build on in this game. Anytime Valley Christian slips up, you got to make a positive out of it. Dysart's going to use their second timeout. They are now down to just one remaining in this first half. 3:49 to go in this second quarter. 7-7 our score. But Dysart is threatening, and now they're going to change it. The timeout was not charged to Dysart. It was charged to Valley Christian. So now both teams have used a timeout. Both have 2 timeouts remaining for each of them here in this first half. The teams will return to the field coming out of that timeout. First down and 5 for the Dysart Demons. Ball at the 32-yard line. LeBorin out of the gun. Christmas lined up in the I behind LeBorin. He'll take it now under center with a receiver split out to each side. The give is to Christmas. He tries to work the far side of the field. Stiff arms one defender and gets around the corner and scampers out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Check it inside the 20. And another first down for the Dysart Demons. First and 10 from the 19. Clock is stopped with 3:41 to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle. One receiver split out to each side. Looks like Franco lined up out of the I. They'll give it to Franco. Franco going to switch directions and now drag down from behind after picking up a couple of yards, setting up second down and about 7. That'll get the clock moving under 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. Dysart looking to draw even with Valley Christian. It's been a back and forth battle early on between these two. This game living up to the hype on this Thursday night. Well, Thursday night showdown here in El Mirage. Second down and 7 from the 17. LeBorin. And we've got a whistle. A delay of game called against Dysart. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, so it now will be second down and 12 from the 22. Costly mistake there for the Demons. Trojans ready. Demons will break the huddle. Two receivers to the near side, one up top. He'll go in motion. That was Hinchy. Little misdirection and the give up the gut. Gain of about 2 gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like it was Javon Christmas on the carry. And he looks a little shaken up yet again. It's been a heavy dose of Javon Christmas and Donovan Hinchy early on this season for Dysart. But they've done a good job of moving the ball around here in the first half of this matchup. 3rd and 11, 2:05 to go in this first half. Laborin. Out of the gun, calls for it, slings it up top, single coverage, and the pass is dropped, intended for Donovan Hinchy. May have been deflected at the end. That'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 21. 4th down, and 11. A good look by Josiah Laborin. Just couldn't connect with Donovan Hinchy. So on 4th and 11, Dysart will elect to go for it. After the missed field goal earlier. On 4th and 11, out of the gun. Laborin calls for it, and a flag is called. It's going to be a false start against the offense. And now you'd have to assume it could be a little pooch punt. So ball will be moved back to the 26-yard line. First down would be at the 10. 4th and 16 for the Demons. $1:52 to go in this first half. They will go for it. Nothing to lose. And a timeout called by Dysart. That is their final timeout of the half. We'll take a 30-second break with them. Come right back. Minute 52 to go before halftime.
Hello, my name is Javier Cortina, and I am a member of the Dysart Demons Marching Band and Concert Band. I think someone should join band if they want to pursue a career in music, or if they want to learn an instrument and play with a band outside of school and make money. You basically just pick an instrument of your choice, and you play with other people who they also choose an instrument of their choice, and you just play music with each other. Such like the ones like I play, trombone, tuba, saxophone, trumpet, euphonium, baritone, and some others like clarinet, flute, snare drums, mallet, xylophone, and even bass drums.
Coming out of the timeout, it'll be 4th and 16. Ball at the 26-yard line. Dysart looking to go for it. They are out of timeouts now. Josiah Laborin will work out of the gun. They've got 2 receivers up top, 2 to the near side. Laborin looking downfield. He's got time. He'll sling it out to Javon Christmas. Threw it behind him and low, and Christmas goes out of bounds at the 17-yard line, short of the first down marker. It'll be turnover on downs, but the Trojans are pinned that much deeper into their own territory. So, kind of works like a punt, even though it wasn't. So a minute 41 left in this first half of play. Valley Christian does have all 3 of their timeouts. We'll see if we get a heavy dose of Caleb Goldman. Dysart has had a tough time wrapping him up and tackling early on in this game, but then again, so has every opponent that Valley Christian has faced this season. Empty backfield for Austin Shooter. Trips up top, 1 to the near side. Shooter is going to tuck and run, follows his blockers, still on his feet, takes a hit and goes down around the 33-yard line. Stayed in bounds, however. They will set the chains. And now I believe they'll run the clock. I'm pretty positive he stayed in, but they haven't started the clock, so maybe he did get out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 34 with a minute 34 to go. Shooter out of the gun. Shooter again going to tuck it and run with it to the near side. He's got blockers up the sideline, and he is spun out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be another first down for Valley Christian, and once again, it will stop the clock. So here we thought we were going to get a heavy dose of Caleb Goldman. It's not him. It's quarterback Austin Shooter, and he's having his way against this run defense of Dysart. Coming into this drive, Shooter had 13 carries for 79 yards on the year. His longest run was 11 yards. Well, I could tell you, he's exceeded that already. 1st and 10 from the 49. Shooter out of the gun. 2 receivers split out to each side. 2-step drop. Shooter looking downfield. Flush from the pocket. Rolls out. Throws off balance and throws it short. Intended for his tight end, Caden Palmquist. Clock stopped at 1:20. 2nd down and 10 from the 49. Valley Christian leading Dysart 13-7. Trojans break the huddle. Shooter out of the gun. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the near side. He's flanked by his back to the left. Shooter going to roll up top. He's got a man. Ball is caught, and scampering out of bounds is Colton Gauthier for the grab. Another first down for Valley Christian, as that will move the chains yet again. And they get out of bounds to stop the clock. Again, Valley Christian has all 3 timeouts. They don't need to be working the sidelines, but they are, and they're doing it wonderfully. 1st and 10 from the 38. Trips to the near side. Empty backfield for Shooter. Shooter going to tuck and run on a design keeper. Sheds a few defenders. Has the first down. Still on his feet and now rolled up on the 25-yard line. They'll set the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. And once again, he was able to get out of bounds so they conserve their timeout. Now the ref is signaling no, he did not, so they are winding the clock. Under a minute to go, 1st and 10 from the 25 for Valley Christian. They've got all 3 timeouts. They're not in a hurry. Shooter out of the gun. 2-step drop. He feels the brush and he let it go. Is that a loose ball? No, they're going to say he was dropped, an incomplete pass. Second down and 10. That could have been ugly for Valley Christian. What a job by the Dysart defense to burst up the gut and put that pressure on Shooter. That was one of the keys to the game from Coach Ganatos. Get pressure on this quarterback, force him to make mistakes, and we saw it there. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trips to the near side. 1 receiver up top. That's Asher Hansel. Shooter has time, slings it to the near side. It's caught, and getting tackled out of bounds is the tight end, Caden Palmquist. Clock is stopped with 34 seconds to go in this first half. Ball will be spotted at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 12. So Valley Christian could still get 1 more first down before scoring a touchdown. Again, they have all 3 of their timeouts, 34 seconds to go, and Valley Christian will use their first timeout of this half. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on DSB Live. Coming out of the timeout for Valley Christian, it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. 34 seconds to go in this first half of play. Valley Christian leading 13-7, and they're looking for more. After Dysart jumped on the board in the first 3 minutes with a long touchdown, it's been Valley Christian ever since, as they have got 2 scores, one to the tight end, one to the running back. And we'll see what this Dysart defense can do with their backs pinned to the wall. Shooter will work out of the gun. He's got Goldman to his left. Man in motion's the tight end. 3 receivers up top. Shooter's going to look that way, and he feels the pressure as he gets hit as he was releasing the ball. Falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Again, that Dysart D-line getting pressure on Shooter, and that's what you're forcing him to do. Make him throw that ball. I'm surprised with it being inside the 15-yard line. I would have thought we'd be seeing a heavy dose of Caleb Goldman. We haven't seen that. Right now, head coach Jake Peterson putting it in the hands of his junior quarterback, Austin Shooter. Right now, he's having a tough time in the pocket because it's collapsing quickly thanks to that Demon defense. Shooter out of the gun, Goldman to the left side of him. Trips up top, Shooter going to keep it. Throw to the near side, he short-armed it. Did he catch it? He did. And they'll say that's a touchdown with 19 seconds left in the first half. And Valley Christian now leads 19-7 pending the PAT. It wasn't the prettiest of throws by Austin Shooter, but his wide receiver was able to bail him out and make the grab near the pylon for the 3rd score of the game for the Valley Christian Trojans. So Valley Christian will go for 2 here. Shooter will work out of the gun. He's got Goldman to the left, Palmquist on his left. Goldman on his right, Palmquist on his left, and a timeout is called by Valley Christian. I mean, you've got 2. Why not burn one and talk this over? You got a look at the Dysart defensive alignment there, so now talk things over. Draw up a play for your 2-point conversion attempt. Dysart will get the ball back with just under 20 seconds. They have no timeouts. See if they can get something going. Take a little momentum at least into the half, because right now it's been Valley Christian since that first possession for the Demons. Dysart looking for some sort of spark. Valley Christian back on the field waiting for the Demons to get set as we await the 2-point conversion attempt. Same formation for Valley Christian. Shooter out of the gun. Caden Palmquist to the left. Caleb Goldman to the right of Shooter. 1 receiver to the near side. Shooter going to tuck and run right up the gut for 2. 21-7, Valley Christian leads Dysart. 19 seconds to go in this first half of play. We'll step aside for 30 and be back right after this.
I'm Andrea or Andy. I've been in Skills USA for the past 3 years. So during my junior year, I was a state officer as the Region 5 Vice President. And then my senior year, I was a national officer, also as a Region 5 President. I work as an accounting assistant at an investments firm near Philly. And I just feel like I could have never have gotten that position if it wasn't for all of the support I had received while I was in high school, whether it be resume building or different workshops into how to build professionalism in the workplace, how to advocate for yourself in interviews. I think that Skills USA was really able to encourage me to push beyond what would be feasible in my mind. They really do prepare you to go in the workforce and make something of yourself. So I think that was really cool, and I encourage you to do it 100%.
And whistles before we get the kick from Cole Gauthier. Was this another timeout call? I mean, I guess you can't take them with you, so why not burn one? And the teams will retreat to their sidelines to talk things over. Dysart down 2 touchdowns, 21-7, with 19.9 seconds to go until half. Dysart coming off a road loss last Friday, looking to get back in the win column. But after getting an early score in this one, it's been all Trojans. Dysart looking for some sort of a spark. So Gauthier tees it up at the 40. Dysart's got guys at about the 20 to return this kick. Gauthier puts a short one, and it is fair caught at the 39-yard line. So good field position for Dysart as they try to get something here. But again, Demons, no timeouts, so they've got to work the boundary. The ball is going to be spotted on the far hash. It is just outside the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Demons. Josiah Laborin has got the offense ready as they break the huddle. Javon Christmas looked a little confused coming out of that huddle. He's lined up on the far side. Receiver split out to each end on 1st and 10. Laborin. Christmas goes in motion, comes to the near side. Laborin pulled it back, threw it downfield, and incomplete as flags come flying. Pass was intended for Javon Christmas. And Christmas is making it look like it could be coming against him. He's looking around at the defense wanting it against them. But the way they're signaling and the body language from Javon Christmas doesn't look good for Dysart. So an offensive pass interference will move the ball back. And Dysart now will have it at the 23-yard line. And with 14 seconds left, you would think they will just take a knee and take it to the half. Valley Christian has 1 timeout, Dysart with none. Josiah Laborin out of the gun. Christmas going to move closer to the line. Receiver split out to each side. Laborin calls for it. Quick throw to the near side, trying to work it to the sideline. Threw it well short of Donovan Hinchy. Short and wide. And that stops the clock at 10 seconds. Now it's 2nd down and 25. Dysart still looks like they're going to go for this. They're not looking at taking a knee. They're going to try and push it. Why not? Down 2 scores. In need of momentum. See what they can get here. On 2nd and 25. Laborin under center. Receiver split out to each side. They'll give it to Christmas, and he is tackled after picking up a couple of yards, and that's how this first half will end. So after a quick score by the Demons, Valley Christian strikes for 3 scores of their own, and we head to the half. It's the 4th-ranked Valley Christian Trojans 21, 14th-ranked Dysart Demons 7. We'll take a break and be back with the 3rd quarter right after this.
All right, guys, it's Coach Uriah, and I am here to introduce you guys to our 2025-2026 Fall Sports Cheer. Woo, 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 woo.
Our first chant is sack that quarterback.
Defense
attack! Sack that quarterback!
The next chant is DHS Red and Black.
That's our family, clap to you. Stand up, here's what to do. Yell DHS!
DHS!
Yell red and black!
Red and black!
DHS! Red and black!
DHS, the next chant is let me hear them hands clap.
DHS! Let me hear them hands clap! We rep that red and black, make them hands clap! DHS! Let me see them hands clap! We rep that red and black, make them hands clap!
Our next chant is March of the Demons.
Demon marching on retreat, feel the fire, feel the heat. Offense rolling, can't be stopped. Every time, we're on top.
I don't know what you've been told,
I don't know what you've been told,
but we rep that red and black.
but we rep that red and black.
I don't know what you've been told,
I don't know what you've been told.
red and black is all we know.
Red and black is all we know.
D-H-S!
DHS!
I hope first years, I hope they get a sense of how a car works, different types of cars, and how to take. Second years and fourth years, they're going to do a little bit more hands-on, well, a lot more hands-on, using what they learned their first year and put it into practice for the years to come, and just build on what they learn every year.
I am the digital photography or digital imaging teacher here. What are the benefits of my class for photo? Really, you learn a lot of life skills. You learn to be a good problem solver, especially as a photographer, because you have to solve a lot of problems in order to get your photo shoots done. You learn a lot about the digital world and a lot about technology as well, which is one of my favorite things. Usually by the end of my first year of Photo 1-2, I usually teach you guys to create your own website for your own photography, so you can actually start your own business if you really wanted to. You can.
So being an elementary school teacher with 2 kids, and I'm married with the love of my life.
Okay, in 10 years, I probably see myself probably done with college, and I'm starting a restaurant of my own.
I see myself as a teacher and hopefully married. Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I want to be a pediatrician. Yeah.
I see myself graduating college and starting my own pediatric physical therapy business.
In 10 years, I see myself pursuing music and doing something creative.
In 10 years, I see myself being a pediatric nurse.
I see myself either in med school or being a doctor.
I see myself as a nurse.
I see myself in 10 years being a kindergarten teacher, hopefully, fingers crossed.
I want to be a police officer.
In 10 years, I see myself married and working in a therapy office.
In 10 years, I see myself as an OBGYN.
I see myself hopefully graduate from the police academy.
Working, being cool.
You working as well, like as a technician or something? Or maybe you do school.
I see myself doing nursing.
And most importantly, I'm really excited to be a senior with my Stuco.
Hello, who am I here with?
Naum. I was in the TV and Broadcasting 1.
Perfect. How has CTE aided you in life after graduation?
I would say number one, it would definitely build my leadership a lot. As I became as I went into secondary education and then work afterwards, it definitely helped me become more independent and be able to lead stuff and be able to create my own projects and be able to tackle them with a team. I would say to do it as soon as possible, just because if you follow through with the CTE courses, then you get to have the technical training that you have at the ending of your course, so that way you can transition into working, and then along with technical skills that you can get certified for. I would say my favorite moments were probably competing, competing in Skills USA, even though it was pretty stressful and very unexpected. It helped you build your critical thinking skills and help you think on your feet at all times, just like as if you would do in real life. Even though it was a short-term thing, it helps you create more workarounds, like I said, with critical thinking, and we're having to work with different sets of people. And then definitely just like making the little films we did in class with my fellow peers. I had fun doing that as well.
My favorite part of editing is definitely getting all of the music together, and like definitely the end, like where it all just comes together in like a beautiful masterpiece. I chose this class because I thought it was like really interesting, but to be honest, I just needed an elective, and I didn't think that I would enjoy this class as much as I do right now. I do think I'm pretty good at editing, but recording, but I think I can do better. I would recommend Skills USA to others because I think it's a pretty fun program, and like the competitions, I haven't gone to competitions yet, but I'm pretty sure competitions would be fun, and I did enjoy the conference that I did went to, and it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun day. I would recommend to people, the people who I recommend TV broadcasting to are people who are like in theater or who like recording stuff and editing things, because this class is mainly focused in just like recording things, like that one project that we did for the music video project that we did like start of the semester was really fun.
I'm Andrea, or Andy. I've been in Skills USA for the past 3 years. So during my junior year, I was a state officer as the Region 5 Vice President. And then my senior year, I was a national officer, also as a Region 5 President. I work as an accounting assistant at an investments firm near Philly. And I just feel like I could have never have gotten that position if it wasn't for all of the support I had received while I was in high school, whether it be resume building or different workshops into how to build professionalism in the workplace, how to advocate for yourself in interviews. I think that Skills USA was really able to encourage me to push beyond what would be feasible in my mind. They really do prepare you to go in the workforce and make something of yourself. So I think that was really cool, and I encourage you to do it 100%.
I'm Alex, TV broadcasting 1-2. Well, Mr. Tuttle specifically, he taught me some skills that allowed me to recently help one of my buddies shoot a short film that ended up getting him a B in college. So as a whole, I recently went into the automotive industry. So I took automotive junior year. So the skills I learned there are currently helping me now. I ended up meeting a ton of friends, some of which I graduated, some of which, I'm still friends with now. And they do teach you more life skills than you would assume, whether it's automotive, photography, or even TV broadcasting. They're going to nationals for Skills USA with, you and Vanessa, whom I graduated with as well. We went to nationals for American Spirit, and I don't think that would have been possible without Mr. Tuttle and his encouragement throughout the whole year.
My name is Ian. I'm a DSB student. I originally joined because I thought this was a class we taught about like movies and TV shows. I just like making videos and all that, like thinking, like having like a creative process to make videos and making them all look good and all stuff like that. And you get 60 hours, you get half a credit for your whole GPA. I don't know, like if you really care about doing all this stuff, that is like a good bonus for doing all that. You should join DSB if you're just like interested in film, learning about film, because 1-2 you learn a lot about film and all the ways through that. You should join because you'll have fun, you get to work with cool people, get experience.
My name is Trevor Tuttle, and I am the film and TV teacher at Dysart High School. Dysart Student Broadcasting is a form of work-based learning that allows students to take the information and skills that they have learned within the classroom and apply them in a real-world scenario. Our students are practicing these skills and learning on the job for careers that they can start right out of high school. This year, Dysart High School has broadcasted over 45 live events to YouTube. A third of the students taking film and TV have been an active part of Dysart Student Broadcasting this year, with several earning enough hours to earn broadcast internship credit. From interviewing athletes and coaches to creating graphics, students are not just treating DSB Live as an extracurricular activity. DSB Live is integrated within our program to feature interviews and events as part of our daily announcements. Students understand that DSB is not just a club to practice broadcasting, it is a professional broadcasting organization that allows them to extend their learning beyond the classroom.
Hi, I'm Leona Taylor. I joined Cheer because Cheer has always had a special place in my heart ever since I was in 8th grade. I love motivating people and bringing a smile to people's faces and just being there to support my school and, you know, having fun. That's what sports and sportsmanship is all about. My favorite part about being in Cheer is I love to come to games and, you know, watch the games and like scream and yell and, you know, motivate the team and have fun with my friends and do stunts. I love stunts. Yes, go Dysart!
So Automotive is a CTE program that Dysart High School is providing for all of the kids. It's a place where everybody can come in and learning everything about cars and motorcycles and engines. I've learned lots of skills. I learned how to be safe in a work environment all the way to working on and changing engines and transmissions in vehicles. I would say make sure you stay up on your homework and lots of research. Make sure you're ready for research because without knowing how to do it, you can't do it in the first place.
The friends and the activities we do in the shop because I'm really into graphic design and I thought this would be a great opportunity to channel that energy into it. If you're definitely interested, I would say join it just for the experience that you get in here.
I started off as a gymnast and then I've realized that I am good at expressing my emotions on stage, so I went into dance and it's like my favorite thing ever. My favorite thing to do in dance is learning new moves and being able to show people what they can do and what they're capable of doing on stage. I've been dancing since I was 10 years old and I would have started earlier, but I was a gymnast at first, like I said, so I started at the age of 10 and now I'm 17. I want to learn how to do a 540. It's like a jump. It's like a very advanced jump though. I've been performing on stage since I was in 8th grade with Miss Brigio, and it was my first time performing on stage and I've really enjoyed it, and now I perform at a Dysart High School stage, a bigger stage than it was in 8th grade, and I really like it. My dance teacher, she definitely helps me think and feel my emotions when I'm on stage, which I really appreciate, and she like helps me with my confidence a lot. Someone should join dance because it's a great way of expressing your feelings, and hip hop is a very popular genre of dance, and you should join Hip Hop Club. It's very fun. It's Thursdays after school at 2:30 to 3:30. Bye!
Hello, my name is Javier Cortina and I am a member of the Dysart Demons Marching Band and Concert Band. I think someone should join band if they want to pursue a career in music or if they want to learn an instrument and play with a band outside of school and make money. You basically just pick an instrument of your choice and you play with other people who they also choose an instrument of their choice, and you just play music with each other. Such like the ones like I play, trombone, tuba, saxophone, trumpet, euphonium, baritone, and some others like clarinet, flute, snare drums, mallets, xylophone, and even bass drums.
I'm Michaela, here with DSB with Noah Franco. How are you feeling about today?
Feeling really good, hoping to medal. This is my first year in cross country, so I've just been trying to stay consistent, like running every day and just like training with my more experienced teammates.
Hi, I'm Dana here with DSB, and we are here with
Riker Yeager.
How did you feel about the race?
I felt pretty good. I felt like I finished strong. I got top 10, so I felt pretty good overall. I got a 19 flat, but today I got a 19.08. I like that it keeps me in shape. It always gets me up and ready. I just love this sport. I like running.
If you could shape the future of education, how would it look? Most students follow the same beaten path, but our path is different. Our path is inspired. Our path leads to more. Our path is career and technical education. Students are engaged. They do. They create. They are fueled by choice. Our students engineer their own experience. Working with business mentors, it's more than a classroom. It's a thriving center for career-driven education, focused on producing the best students. Students who are prepared to contribute in the working world. Students with self-confidence. Students with collaboration skills and creativity. The best kind of students. At the end of the day, we produce the best students. West MEC is career-driven education.
Welcome back. I am Dysart Broadcasting student Grace Brennan here with Lana from Hype Squad and the Dysart Hot Stuff. So Lana, what's the theme for tonight?
The theme for tonight is tropical, so wear your hula gear and have fun.
So I heard Hype Squad is pretty new. What is Hype Squad all about?
Hype Squad is pretty much you go to games, you go to events, and you show your school spirit and you show your support for your team.
So what is the goal for Hype Squad? Like, what's the ending goal?
The ending goal for Hype Squad is to pretty much unite our campus because a lot of us can sometimes be separated, but our goal is to unite us and show support to our team and to our peers.
And lastly, how do we both feel about tonight's game? Yay! Thank you guys so much, and now back up to the booth.
All right, thank you so much, Grace. That was great. Definitely always love seeing the theme nights here at the games and seeing the Hawaiian theme. A lot of fun, and hopefully the student cheering section and will bring some good luck to the Dysart Demons here in this second half as the 14th ranked Demons currently trail the 4th ranked Valley Christian Trojans by a score of 21-7. Dysart got on the board early in this contest, striking for a long touchdown within the first 3 minutes of the game, but ever since then, it has been all Valley Christian as they have really figured it out offensively. Caleb Goldman was their key for the early stages of this game, but recently they've put it in the hands of their junior quarterback, Austin Shooter, and he is not disappointed. He has really keyed in on his tight end, Caden Palmquist, and had some help there. We haven't called Asher Hansel's name yet, so a good job defensively by Donovan Hinchy and Javon Christmas, keeping him controlled. We'll see what's in store for us here in this second half as the kickoff return is caught, then fumbled, then recovered at the 30-yard line. Caleb Goldman comes up with it, and that's where the Trojans will start with it here in this second half. First down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. 11:56 to go in this third quarter of play. Well, after tonight's game, Valley Christian will head back home and host Crimson next weekend, or next Friday evening in Chandler, while Dysart will hit the road and travel to Wickenburg next Friday evening. Opening give is to Goldman. Goldman keeps those legs churning, and he is tackled at the 34-yard line. That'll set up a second down and 6 for Valley Christian as the clock will move here in the early stages of this third quarter. Big possession here for Valley Christian as they scored late in that first half, and they're looking to take a 3-score lead if they can put up another 6 on this drive. Dysart really needs to get a defensive stop, and we'll see what the D can do fresh off a halftime. Goldman breaks through the hole, continues to run past Demon defenders, and gets across midfield before running out of bounds for another Valley Christian first down. The defensive line was doing a good job meeting Caleb Goldman at the line of scrimmage early in this contest, but right now he is just showing off the wheels and his agility as he is breaking through the line and getting deep past this secondary of the Dysart Demons. He is a shifty little back, measures in at 5'7", 146. But the way he's running the ball, he looks a lot beefier than a $146. Pass across the middle is caught, and a lot of yak following that grab by Ethan Hodgson, who takes it inside the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for Valley Christian. Ball at the 18-yard line. Valley Christian's offense looking like a well-oiled machine, as after a slow start, they have really found their rhythm and are moving the ball at will. Shooter out of the gun. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the near side. Low snap, Shooter controls, slings it over to his tight end. Ball is caught for a 1st down and some. That'll set up 1st and goal for the Trojans following the grab by Caden Palmquist. Palmquist came into tonight with 5 grabs for 35 yards. He has more than doubled that in just a half and a couple of minutes of another quarter. He is having himself a night. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Trojans. Under center is Shooter. And he'll give it to Palmquist, who charges forward, trying to get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And did he break the plane? Waiting for the official signal. As of yet, no call. And there it is. Touchdown for the Trojans. Caden Palmquist pushes forward for the carry. And that will extend Valley Christian's lead to 27-7 pending this PAT from Noah Daniels. Valley Christian strikes just 2 minutes and 12 seconds into this 3rd quarter. And this will make this next possession for Dysart a crucial one. A low line drive kick, but it gets through. And Valley Christian now leads Dysart 28-7 with 9:48 to go in this 3rd quarter of play. We'll step aside and come back right after this.
Hey guys, welcome to the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences. We go by CRAS. CRAS is the top-rated audio engineering and music production college in the nation here in Tempe and Gilbert, Arizona. I'm excited to welcome you guys to be part of the family and check out my programs. CRAS does everything in regards to the audio industry. We do game audio integration, live sound, live broadcast, film and television, and music production. If you guys want to learn more, feel free to click the links below and contact me anytime. We can schedule a time for you guys to do a personal tour and check out our recording studios.
28-7 our score, 9:48 to go in this 3rd quarter of play. 4th-ranked Valley Christian leads 14th-ranked Dysart. And this kick will be returned from the 19-yard line. Coming to the near side, getting around the edge, and tackled across the 45-yard line is Bobby Franco on the return. And Dysart will have great starting field position following that return by Franco. They will spot the ball right at the 45-yard line. And Josiah Laborin comes on out to lead the offense for their first offensive possession here in this 2nd half. This will be a big one for Dysart. Need to get a score because right now the Trojans are moving the ball with ease on the offensive side. Give is to Javon Christmas. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Christmas looked like he was shaken up a few times early on in that first half. Just hasn't really gotten into a rhythm. Looking to find a hole and really break through on this Valley Christian defense. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Hinchy goes in motion. He'll get it on the end around. Hinchy stays on his feet, but never could get past that original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Dysart having no luck on these first 2 offensive plays. Got a Trojan player down right at the 45-yard line. Now the training staff will come out to look at him. Looks like he may have just taken a hit to the lower region. Maybe had the air knocked out of him. But they will attend to him. Clock is stopped with 8 minutes, 43 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Valley Christian has already scored to begin this 2nd half. And the score is 28-7. Valley Christian leads by 3 scores. So while they attend to the player down on the field, we'll take a 30-second break and come back right after this. And they were able to get the player up and off the field on his own power, and we are ready to resume play. 28-7 our score, 8.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter of play. The clock is moving. Laborin out of the gun. 2 receivers up top, 2 to the near side. Laborin feels the rush on the far side, just lobs it up, and was it caught? It was. Inbounds and for the 1st down right at the 40-yard line. A great grab by Donovan Hinchy. I don't know how he was able to make that grab. He had a pair of defenders draped all over him. And to make the grab right on the boundary line, that's a difficult play. But the senior was able to pull it off. 1st down for the Demons as they move the ball into Trojan territory under 8 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. Dysart trailing by 3 scores. Laborin out of the gun. Receiver split out to each side. They'll have Bobby Franco lined up in the eye. Javon Christmas goes in motion to the near side. 2-step drop, rolling to the near side. Laborin looking downfield. Penalty flag flies as he throws this ball away. And looking for a call is Caden Palmquist wanting a hold. And judging by where that flag was thrown, I think this is going against the Dysart Demons. And it is. So it'll be 1st down and 20 for the Demons. Ball will be spotted right at midfield. Very uncharacteristic game for the Dysart Demons. Javon Christmas, Donovan Hinchy just haven't been able to get their spark going, get the magic flowing. And Valley Christian able to do what they want offensively. It has been a tough go of it. Give there to Bobby Franco, and he'll pick up a couple. Sets up 2nd down and long. Josiah Laborin, and we talked about it in the pregame. Coach Ganados was saying he's looking better and better each week, and we're even seeing that here tonight. The improvements he has made, he looks like a different player than who we saw 2 weeks ago when Santan Foothills was here. Laborin, again to work out of the gun. Receiver split out to each side. Donovan Hinchy to the near side. Bobby Franco flanks him to the left in the backfield. Now he's going to move Franco to work out of the eye. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. A delayed handoff. Franco just kind of stood there, didn't know what to do with it. But talk about making something out of nothing. And Franco able to trudge forward, picks up a handful of yards, and that'll make it third down in about 11. Good job by Franco there. Was not looking like he was going to be able to get anything, but he hung with it, followed his blockers, and did not give up. Gives Dysart a fighting chance. Be 3rd and 13 from the 44. Laborin out of the gun. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the near side, and we've got flags. A false start going against Dysart, so another mistake hurting the Demons. That's going to push them back 5 and make it 3rd and 19. Ball will be at the 49-yard line. Dysart can't get out of their own way right now. Demons currently tied for 3rd place in the 3A West standings. River Valley atop the leaderboard. They're 1-2 overall, but 1-0 in region play after defeating Shadow Mountain. Dysart, Kingman, Odyssey Institute, and Wickenburg all had yet to play a region game. A quarterback keeper by Laborin, and he will be pushed out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. That'll set up 4th down and 9. So a good 10-yard run by Josiah Laborin. And they will go for it here, or at least they're going to line up as if they will. On 4th down and 9. Laborin out of the gun. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 up top. Javon Christmas lined up to the left of Laborin. Laborin 2-step drop, and that pass is short and knocked away by Kristen Schoenhals. It was intended for Caleb Groom, and that will be a turnover on downs. 5:07 to go in this third quarter of play. And Valley Christian going to get the ball back at the 39-yard line in their own territory. Trojans return to the field. The offense, I should say. They've got 2 receivers lined up top. Austin Shooter out of the gun, flanked by his tailback to the right of him. Shooter going to put it right in the gut of Jack Auerlich, who trips on the turf and falls down. No gain on the play. That sets up 2nd down and 10. Clock is moving inside of 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter of play. Valley Christian has the lone score of this third quarter. Shooter again out of the gun. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the near side. Shooter flush from the pocket, rolls up top, looks downfield, has his tight end. That's been his number 1 target here this evening, and another grab for Caden Palmquist. You know, we've seen Asher Hansel maybe a couple of times, and the senior wideout came into tonight, the leader in receiving with 9 grabs for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Palmquist only had 5 grabs for 35 yards coming into tonight. It's been a role reversal tonight. This Dysart defense just has had no answer for the big tight end. The sophomore Caden Palmquist measures in at 6'3", 230. He's got the frame of a tight end, and it is not easy to take him down. We've got a player shaken up right now for Valley Christian down on the turf. They'll attend to him. 4:10 to go in this third quarter of play. 28-7 our score. Valley Christian leads Dysart. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back right after this. Well, the good news is the young man was able to get up and walk over to the sideline as they will attend to him. 4:10 to go in this third quarter of play. 3rd down and 5 for the Trojan offense. 2 receivers to the near side. Now they'll send the tight end in motion. Shooter steps back into the pocket. He'll tuck and run. Sheds one defender and gets dragged out of bounds after picking up yet another Trojan first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Valley Christian with under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter of play. Looked like they had Shooter stopped dead in his tracks in the backfield, and he was able to scamper away. However, a flag was thrown right around the 40-yard line against Valley Christian, so wipe out that first down. It's going to be 3rd and long as they'll spot this ball at the 34, so it'll be 3rd and 15 for Valley Christian. Clock is moving. Under 3:55 to go in this third quarter. Valley Christian on the ball. 2 receivers spread out to each side. Goldman in the backfield. Shooter looking's got a man wide open, and there is Asher Hansel. You can only keep him quiet for so long. He caught the ball about 3 yards shy of that first down marker, but quickly turned around, noticed, hey, nobody's here, ran right for the sticks, got the first down and picked up a couple more. And actually, looks like they're going to spot him just short. No, they are going to give him the first down. It almost looked like he was going to be inches short. Now they got to get the chain set on 1st and 10. They just do as they give the ball off to Jack Auerlich, who piles forward for a couple. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for Valley Christian as they move the ball into Dysart territory. Shooter to work out of the gun. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the near side. Shooter stalled with it. Now he's going to run up the gut. Has a first down and some as he is thrown to the turf at the 30-yard line, but he picks up another first down. And the chain gang a little slow to react here tonight. It'll be 1st down and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Valley Christian in no hurry. They lead by 3 scores, and they're threatening to put another on the scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 32. A receiver split out to each side. Rolling to the near side is Shooter. Looking downfield, he's got his man, but off of the fingertips and incomplete. Pass was intended for the senior Ethan Hodgson. That'll stop the clock with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this third quarter. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Dysart's got to put together a few more stops like that. Can't allow Valley Christian to keep pushing the ball the way they are. Shooter will work out of the gun. 2 receivers to the near side. He's flanked by his tailback to the left side. Shooter, delayed handoff, gives it over to Auerlich. Auerlich gets tackled after picking up a couple of yards. Looks like he takes it just inside of the 30-yard line as we hit the 2-minute mark here in this third quarter. The 3rd down and about 6 for Valley Christian. 1:45 to go in this third quarter. Trojans break the huddle. 2 receivers to the near side. The gun is Austin Shooter. Shooter looking down the middle of the field. He's got a man and he overshoots him. Pass was intended for Ethan Hodgson. Let him a bit too much and let him right into traffic. Almost took a really bad hit. Now bring up 4th down and 6. Valley Christian will look to go for it. And they may be using a timeout here. And they are. Their first timeout of the half. 1:20 to go in this third quarter of play. 28-7. Valley Christian leads Dysart. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back right after this. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be 4th down and 6 for Valley Christian. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. They're going to go for it. 2 receivers split out to the near side, 1 up top. Shooter out of the gun. Shooter throws it across the middle of the field into double coverage. Pass is caught, and walking into the end zone for 6 is Asher Hansel, the senior, who was quiet in the first half, just grabs his 3rd touchdown pass of the season. And Valley Christian now extends their lead 34-7. Coming onto the field to attempt the PAT is sophomore place kicker Noah Daniels. Daniels ready. Hold good. Kick is low, but it is good. And it's 35-7. Valley Christian leads Dysart with 1:12 to go in this third quarter of play. We'll take a quick break. Come back right after this. Minute 12 to go in this third quarter of play. Valley Christian gets on the scoreboard again and leads now 35-7 over the Dysart Demons. Derek Diesner back with you. Colton Gauthier has it teed up at the 40, and he'll boot it deep. So it'll be returned from about the 22-yard line. Looks like Bobby Franco on the return. Franco found an edge around the corner, gets past the 50 and dragged out of bounds at the 35. That'll be a horse collar tackle. So tack on some yards after that return. But the senior, Bobby Franco, having himself a night. It's been a rough go of it for the Dysart Demons, but some of these players have really done a good job for themselves, and Bobby Franco is one of them. So the crew is getting together around the 35-yard line to go over the penalty call. And they are still trying to make sure they've got it all correct, as it looks like they will spot the ball at the 34-yard line. Well, now the official call from the White Hats coming. Umpires going out to spot it. Now they realize they got to trade out the balls. And it looks like there may be offsetting penalties, so we'll kick it again. So they will re-kick it. 59 seconds to go in this third quarter of play. And Gauthier will come back out and tee it up from the 40. A short kick towards the sideline. This will be returned from about the 32-yard line and dragged down. They'll spot him at the 35, and that's where the Dysart offense will set up shop with less than a minute to go in this third quarter of play. 14th ranked Demons trailing Valley Christian 35-7. Well, if they are unable to make a comeback in this fourth quarter and come back and get a win, that would mean that Dysart has lost to the 4th, 5th, and 6th ranked teams this year, but they did beat the 20th ranked team in Santan Foothills. Laborin throws it to the far side, pass is caught and dragged down at about the 40 is Donovan Hinchy. Set up second down and about 5. Clock runs as we approach 30 seconds to go in this fourth quarter of play. So Dysart should get off it one more play before the end of the quarter. We've seen Valley Christian score twice already here in the third. Out of the gun, second down and 5. They'll sling it to the near side. Hinchy makes the grab, follows his blockers, and gets tackled right at the 50-yard line, and that's where we will take a break. After 3 quarters, it's Valley Christian 35, Dysart 7. We're going to step aside, but stay with us. The fourth quarter is coming up right after this.
We think schools should be more. It's not enough to go to school. It should be an experience. It should be a second home, one that is full of support, love, and family. A place where everyone is proud to wear their colors. Where school pride isn't just a phrase, but an embedded culture and a way of life. Every day, we strive to be more. So tell me, Are you ready to experience Dysart?
Your parents, if you need a ride home. 12 minutes on the clock as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Derek Diesner here with you as the Dysart Demons trail the fourth-ranked Valley Christian Trojans 35-7 as we enter this fourth and final quarter of play. It'll be Demon ball right at midfield as Dysart will move from right to left here in this final quarter. Josiah Laborin out of the gun. Donovan Hinchy lined up in the eye right behind him. And Hinchy's going to get it. Cuts it back inside and tripped up at the 45-yard line. That'll set up second down and 5 for the Demons. Laborin talking things over with the sideline. Coach Ganados. Now they'll huddle up. And they had one too many in the huddle. I don't think the refs saw it. There it is. They know about it now as the flag comes flying out. So a costly penalty for the Demons. They've had a few mistakes of that nature here this evening, and you know head coach John Ganados will make sure to clean those up in practice this week. He was pleased with the week of practice from his squad, but unfortunately they have had a tough go of it here this evening. They knew Valley Christian would be a tough team. They were able to hang with them for about a quarter and a half. Then the Trojans start flexing their muscle and showing why they are ranked fourth. End around to Hinchy, and he is tackled after picking up about 3. I'll keep the clock moving. As they will spot the ball at the 47-yard line. 3rd down and 7 for Dysart. Coming off the field to get a breather is Bobby Franco. Laborin out of the gun. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Laborin gets a sign from the sideline. He'll call for it. Flush to the far side of the field. Forces a throw in there, and are they going to say the ball hit the turf, or is that an interception? It will be an interception, and Valley Christian will take over, leading 35-7 with 10:10 to go in this fourth quarter of play. Be 1st and 10 from the 37 for Valley Christian. Trying to see if they're going to bring in any backups, but it doesn't look like that will be the case. You see the big tight end, Caden Palmquist, out there. Austin Shooter will work out of the gun. Caleb Goldman lined up to the left side of him. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. Shooter was looking back at the ref, waiting for the whistle, and now we get going as the give is to Goldman. He loses a couple of yards, but that'll keep the clock moving as we are now under 10 minutes to go in this game. 35-7. Valley Christian leads by 4 touchdowns in the latter stages of this contest. Shooter out of the gun with 2 up top. 1 receiver to the near side. Goldman on the right side of him. Shooter going to throw across the middle of the field, and a little mix-up between him and Caden Palmquist. They've been on the same page all night, but not right there. Palmquist stopped and turned to his left. Shooter thought he was going to stop and cut across the seam. That was not the case. Clock is stopped with 9.5 minutes to go in the game. Trojans will break the huddle. And have 3 receivers up top. Shooter out of the gun. Shooter finds his tight end wide open, nobody there, and he is pushed out of bounds after picking up the first down. But Caden Palmquist having himself a night. He has got to be around the century mark for yards this evening. If not, has far exceeded it because he has been a pest in the Demon defense side. 1st and 10, ball at the 49. Trojans looking to move the ball into Demon territory. Shooter out of the gun, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top, delayed handoff. Puts them in Dysart territory and some. Another first down for Valley Christian on the carry by senior tailback Jack Auerlich. That'll set up a 1st down and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go in the game. Valley Christian doing exactly what they want right now. Pick up the first downs, continue to run the ball, and keep that clock moving. And right now, they're doing exactly what their coach wants to perfection. Shooter out of the gun. He's got a man in motion. Hand it off to the tailback, and Auerlich picks up just a couple. Second down and about 8 for Valley Christian. Trojans again will send 2 receivers to the near side. 1 tailback flanked to the right of Shooter. Shooter out of the gun, going to give it to Auerlich. Auerlich going to work the far side of the field, 1st down and more. And he is tackled right around the 20-yard line. And that'll be another 1st down for Valley Christian. I'll spot it right at the 23-yard line. And again, that keeps the clock moving. So under 7.5 minutes remain in this contest. 35-7, Valley Christian leads Dysart. And the give once again is to Jack Auerlich. Heavy dose of Auerlich here. So giving Caleb Goldman a breather with the game in hand. A lead by 28. Almost halfway through this fourth quarter of play. Penalty against Dysart will give Valley Christian some free yards. So it will be 1st and goal right at the 10. Shooter will go under center. Got Auerlich back there, but Caden Palmquist to block for him. Auerlich gets around 1 defender and then is tripped up for a loss of about 1, maybe 2. Under 7 minutes remain in this game. Again, Dysart, they went hard on their scheduling this year. They wanted to make this non-region schedule as tough as they could, and it has been. They have played only ranked teams to start this season, and they go on the road to play at Wickenburg next week. Wickenburg not currently in the rankings, so that's a positive for Dysart. As working it around the corner is Auerlich. He takes it inside the 5. Looks like they'll spot him down at the 4. Under 6 minutes to go. Valley Christian knocking on the door of getting another score. You know, we thought Caleb Goldman was difficult. This Jack Auerlich's not that bad. Two-headed monster, both seniors. Just inside the 5, under center is Shooter. He's got Palmquist as the up back. Auerlich behind him. They're going to give it to Auerlich. Cuts inside. Going for that goal line and taken down just inside the 2. But again, they're keeping it in the middle of the field, and because of that, they are running clock. This next play is going to happen under 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Valley Christian in no rush. .450 to go in this game. They still have yet to break the huddle. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts, and I believe a timeout will be called. And it will be. We will take a break with them. 4:35 to go in this contest. It's all Valley Christian. We'll be back right after this.
Did you know Dysart Schools offers free full-day kindergarten for our community? We deliver high-quality education aligned with Arizona academic standards. Students learn foundational skills through hands-on, real-life experiences. We even have special area classes where our kiddos get to experience art, music, and physical education. Enroll today and come experience all Dysart has to offer.
On 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Noah Daniels on to attempt the short field goal. It's good, but there's flags. Or whistles as the ball was being snapped, and more whistles after that. We'll see what's happening. An encroachment on the defense. And that's going to be an automatic first down for Valley Christian. But the special team's still out there. Surprised they're not just going for it with it 4th and 1. Right at the goal line. They're going to kick it again. So move it up for Noah Daniels. Hold is down, kick is up, and he makes this one as well. 38-7. 4:28 to go. Valley Christian leads Dysart, and the Trojans are on their way to 4-0, while Dysart is little less than 5 minutes away from seeing their record drop to 1-3. However, like we talked about earlier in the broadcast, Coach Ganados has been saying we just have to get through this early season storm. They've got a lot of transfers that can start to play after next week's game at Wickenburg. So that one that you want to circle is September 26th at Seton Catholic. This Dysart team will be at full strength for that game. And it'll be fun to see what sort of team we see there. Because after that Seton Catholic team, 3 out of the last 4 games will all be played right here at Dysart High School. So they will have that home field advantage. A fantastic return by Elijah Taylor as he gets around the corner and brings the ball into Valley Christian territory. 4:19 to go in the game, and the Dysart offense returns to the field. Demons haven't found the end zone since their first offensive possession. They'll look to change that here. Josiah Laborin will work under center. He's got a receiver split out to each side. Hinchy in motion, gets it on the end around, and he took a big hit as he slipped and in midair took a shoulder by one of the defenders of the Trojans, but he pops right up. Seems to be all right. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dysart. Ball at the 32-yard line. Couple of substitutions for Dysart. Under 4 minutes to play for the Demons. Laborin out of the gun. 2 receivers to the near side. 1 up top. Man in motion is Hinchy. They're going to do an end around. And coming around on the far side of the field, we've got some flags that are flying. But tripped up at the 15 was Caleb Groom. Did a good job working the far side of the field. But seeing as where those flags came in, you have to assume it's going to be a hold against Dysart. And it is. 3.5 minutes remain in this 4th quarter of play.
The penalty was on the D.
First and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Laborin will work under center. Trying to get the offense on the same page. Bunch formation. They go right back over to Donovan Hinchy, who continues to fight for extra yards and is right at that first down marker, right at the sticks. We'll see where they spot it, and it looks like he's going to be just a little short. So it'll be 2nd down and 1. Ball at the 23-yard line. Laborin out of the gun. He's got a tailback on each side of him. 2 receivers split out to the near side. 1 up top. The give is to Christmas, who works the corner and goes out of bounds at the 10. And now there's a lot of pushing and shoving, but that is broken up now by the refs. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this 4th quarter of play. And it'll be 1st down for Dysart, and it'll be 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line.
11, 12
Dysart hasn't been this close since their first offensive possession of the game. See what they can draw up here on 1st and goal from the 10. And Dysart's going to call a timeout. They just were not getting the call in to the offense. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back in 30 right after this.
We think schools should be more. It's not enough to go to school. It should be an experience. It should be a second home, one that is full of support, love, and family. A place where everyone is proud to wear their colors. Where school pride isn't just a phrase, but an embedded culture and a way of life. Every day, we strive to be more. So tell me, are you ready to experience Dysart?
Some last-minute preparations for the 14th-ranked Dysart Demons as they look to get another score against this tough 4th-ranked Valley Christian defense. 2:10 left in the game. 38-7, Valley Christian leads Dysart. Derek Diesner back with you, and want to give a quick shout-out to our entire DSB Live crew for their hard work here this evening. Students do such a great job week in and week out, and we don't commend them enough. So I want to tell them how great of a job they did as Dysart gets on the scoreboard with that touchdown. And it's now 38-13. 2:05 to go. They will go for 2. And they tried to hurry up and go as Javon Christmas lined up for a direct snap, and it'll be a false start going against Dysart. So Christmas gets a touchdown, and Christmas tried run the Wildcat, jumped the gun, and Dysart's going to have to move back a few yards, and this will be something I'm sure Coach Ganados will be working with his team on this week. Too many penalties tonight, just too many. They could not find an offensive rhythm early, and because of it, it's been a tough go of it. You knew that this was a veteran bunch with Valley Christian. You could not make mistakes, and unfortunately Dysart did, and that's why they are in the position that they are in. LeBoren will take it from under center. 2 men in motion to the near side. 1 receiver split out to the far side. Now LeBoren will go out of the gun. Flanked by his tailback, he'll give it to him. And he is met by a wall of defenders and dumped around the 5-yard line. The 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. 2:05 left in this 4th quarter of play. 38-13, Dysart trails. And now they'll attempt the PAT. Well, the way this game started out, you thought, ooh, we're in for a good showdown between these two squads. But a slow start, I guess you could say, for Valley Christian. A quick start from Dysart as they attacked right off the bat. And then after that first possession, they just could not find any momentum until just now when they got back on the scoreboard. Well, we'll see if Dysart does go with the onside kick attempt here and try and score some more points. You know, you just got to, in a game like this, any momentum, any positive, it goes far. And right now, Dysart, it's been a tough go of it this evening. However, you started strong. Now you're trying to finish strong. You've already got 1 score. Why not go for more? Dysart's got 2 timeouts in their pocket. Rodolfo Ravelis has the ball teed up at the 40. And he will go with the onside kick. Ball is loose, and it looks like Dysart's got it right at the 50-yard line. And they do. So the Demons will keep it going. They heard some noise from the fans following that recovery. And Dysart will have it 1st and 10 right at midfield with 2 minutes and a second left in this game. This is an important 2 minutes for head coach John Ganados and his Dysart Demons squad. Again, like we were just talking about, great start. The middle of the game did not go the best. Dysart coming off a great possession in which they put 6 up on the scoreboard. Now they've got it, 2 timeouts and 2 minutes to go. Run that 2-minute drill, get some practice in, but try and get another score and finish this game off on the right foot. 1st and 10 from the 50. Laborin under center. He'll give it off to Christmas. Christmas going to work it to the near side. Carries 3 Trojan defenders with him, and he is wrapped down at the 45-yard line. He was tackled inbound, so the clock will continue to move. No hurry yet for Dysart. They'll huddle around the 50. Be 2nd down and 5 from the 45. Laborin out of the gun. 2 receivers to the near side. Hinchy up top. Christmas flanked Laborin to the right. Laborin going to lob it up there. Pass is caught by Caleb Groom. And he is tackled, but he picks up the 1st down for Dysart, so they will get the chains moving. Clock stopped with 1:10 to go in this 4th quarter of play. Ball at the 38. Clock is running now after they set the chains. Again, Dysart has 2 timeouts in their back pocket if they so choose to use them. Less than a minute to go in the game. Demons on the ball. 2 receivers to the near side. 1 up top. Laborin out of the gun. Calls for it. Quick throw. Right down the middle. Pass is caught by Mohamed Safdari. And now a timeout is called by Dysart. Their 2nd. They have 1 left. 35 seconds left in the game. It will be 2nd down and about 5, it looks like. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Again, Dysart just looking to get something going. You know they want a touchdown, but you also have to wonder. You know, you're trying to get some points. You're trying to get practice reps and so forth in. If you are unable to get a touchdown, do you use a timeout with under 10 seconds remaining and jog on out Rodolfo Reveles and try a field goal just to get him some practice for an in-game situation? We know he's got a strong leg, but you can never have too much practice. He's attempted 1 PAT tonight and made that. On 1st and 10, or excuse me, 2nd and 5 from the 33, and feeling the rush and getting sacked around the 43-yard line was Josiah Laborin. That was too easy as the defensive line were just able to crash and just get right through that Dysart O-line and took Laborin down to the turf. That's not what you want to see in the latter stages of a game of this with this score. So Dysart burns their final timeout. They've got a hair under 26 seconds to go. It'll be 3rd and 13. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line coming out of the timeout. Valley Christian competes in a tough 3A Metro division. They're the only team playing tonight. Gilbert Christian also 3-0 on the year, as is Benjamin Franklin. Dysart saw them earlier this year. The team Dysart's going to see next week, or in 2 weeks, I should say, Seton Catholic. They currently sit at 2-1, just a game behind Valley Christian. On 3rd and 13, LeBoran's going to air it out there. Nobody's there, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf. Took about 5 seconds off the clock. And with 20 seconds left, it will be 4th down and 13. Again, Dysart out of timeouts. They're going to go for it here. See what Coach Ganados draws up on this 4th and long from the 41. LeBoran out of the gun. 2 receivers split out to each side. Franco in the backfield. LeBoran's going to air it out, and again, nobody there. I don't know if him and Hinchy weren't on the same page or if Hinchy cut off his route, but that'll be a turnover on downs, and Valley Christian will take over with 15 seconds, and it should just be a kneel down. And that will be the game. A little confusion on the field, it seems, right now, as the chains, the down marker was not showing the correct down. They've been off one down that entire time. Kept showing that it was 3rd when it was actually 4th, and now the chains will reset. The offense will come on out as the teams huddle up and get ready for what should be the final play of this game. Again, Valley Christian will head home. They will host Crimson next Friday at 7 p.m., while Dysart hits the road and travels to Wickenburg next Friday for a 7 p.m. kickoff. Dysart won't be back home until October 3rd when they host Shadow Mountain. 4th-ranked Valley Christian going to move to 4-0 on the year following their win here this evening as they take a knee. And 14th-ranked Dysart will fall to 1-3 with this loss here this evening. Teams will head on out to midfield, and that will do it. Final score tonight: Valley Christian defeats Dysart by a final of 38-13. Want to thank our entire DSB Live crew for all their hard work this evening. I'm Derek Diesner saying so long from Dysart High School. Have a great evening, everyone.